I think it's been very, everybody's really excited. I think everybody, at first was very just proud of themselves, something that we accomplished that a lot of people thought we never would. And then just very, very excited. Like I said it after the game, and you got to really look back. And for our guys to go 3-1 in the conference on the road was really big. Most people when they come and play here, they leave a day early. They come on Thursday, they get here a day extra. You always hear the NFL worried about flying across the country and playing, and our guys fly there the day before or late the night before, and they get up and they play their tails off. And we're the only team that's won at Monroe this year. Monroe's won every other home game, and so there's been a lot of good road victories, and now we get to finish out at home the last two games. So it's been a lot of excitement. Now we really got to focus in on just doing all the little details right to give us a chance to win against a really good football team in South Alabama.
You guys have kind of gotten into a routine of traveling to the South, but is it still difficult to get an entire team to the South and spend 2 days with them and get them ready to play a football game on that side of the country?
It is. We try not to ever make a big deal of it, but the time change, and you get up really early to eat breakfast that day, and it makes it, it's something that our players should be very proud of themselves, and our assistant coaches, should be very proud of doing a great job of getting those guys ready to play.
I think it'll have been like 42 days since you guys played a home game. Between 2 byes and 3 roads, does it feel like an eternity since the last time you played?
It does. It feels like it's been a long time. So hopefully everyone that's in town this weekend wants to come out and watch us play. I hope we can get it's tough when it's Thanksgiving break, but hopefully all the people in town will come out and support us, and we can have a good crowd. And it's going to be against a really good football team that has a bunch of great athletes, so it should be an exciting game that probably comes down to the last possession of the game of who's going to win. So hopefully we get that place loud and packed, and gives us a good advantage to be at home.
You guys are kind of poised to finish 4th behind those 3 really good teams in the conference. What would that mean to finish right there 4th and maybe at the top half of the table?
I think it would be big. I think if we just got to take it one game at a time. But right now, where we're sitting, we've lost to 2 teams in the conference, and those are 2 really good teams. And we play a really good team this week. As far as talent-wise, very, very, very similar to those teams. So this would be a huge win for us. We got to go out and do everything we can to get this win.
You said all year that this is the team that's going to need to win close, and for the most part you have. But to win those 2 games kind of in the fashion of Texas State and Mexico State, does that feel good to see that team have the capability of doing that every now
Yeah,
and then?
that is nice. And those wins are really nice because you get some other people in the game, and you get to relax a little bit towards the end of the game. So those are great wins. But I think this weekend will be one we got to come down right to the last possession, and whether it's go score or stop them, I think that's how I think this game will end. I hope it ends that way. I think if it does, that's in our favor.
You guys expect to see a pretty hungry South Alabama team?
Yeah, no question, because they're battling to be bowl eligible. And they beat Mississippi State, they beat San Diego State. They've played some really good football. So it's a game that it's going to be a tough game, and I think our guys are excited about it. I think they're really looking forward to it, and we've had a good 2 weeks to prepare for them. So we should understand, their tendencies and do a good job of playing against them.
What stands out about them?
Speed. I think it's just their overall talent and speed. They're long and they're fast on both sides of the ball. Last year the game kind of turned around in special teams, and that's what we got to do a great job of. And their special teams is kind of where they got us, and some of that was speed on the kickoff return. Number 28, he's back. Johnson, he's a good running back. He's a good returner. They blocked a punt. So they did some things to kind of get after us in the special teams. So we got to make sure that we don't let that happen again.
Can you sense that the team really wants to avenge last year's game? That's one of those 2 games where you guys probably should have won and led by 2 touchdowns.
I think so. I think that definitely plays a role, which, again, I think always helps you in preparation. I think it really helps you work hard and think about and prepare once the game starts, and it really comes down to executing and playing well. But I definitely think it has helped us in our preparation for 2 weeks.
What about you guys seem to be both lines of scrimmage kind of being a lot more assertive on the defensive front and also offensive line protecting that? Has that been how big a factor is the line played?
Oh, I think it's huge. I think that's kind of where it all starts, and I think our defensive line has really played well, led by Twaney and Akeem. I think they've played exceptionally well up front. I think Coach Singovich's done a great job with our offensive line, and they've just gotten better and better as the years went on, and playing a lot better. I think 4 out of the last 5 games we've played really well offensively, and kind of really well as a team, period. So it'd be nice to, be able to say at the end of the year 6 out of the last 7 we did that. And right now we just got to do it this weekend. So, but it all starts with both fronts, and we need to, we'll be going against a very good offensive and defensive line this weekend. So we need to make sure we win the line of scrimmage this weekend.
After a few things went wrong in the first quarter of that Texas State game, you feel like you had to regroup the team and kind of talk to them and settle them down a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. But I think that's a big positive of where we're coming. I think if that stuff happened in the past, it could have been disastrous. But I think we went back out there and played really well offensively, with the exception of that first drive. And then as the game went on, the defense got playing good, and then they played really well. So I thought the offensive line played really well, protecting Matt. He played one of his better games. Trent and Dion made a lot of plays for us. It was good to have Hightower back. He made some nice plays for us. I think Isaiah had another good game of running the ball. And then once we got kind of rolling, then defensively, the front just kind of got after him. Kevin Shelton's another guy that had a really good game, playing both fullback and defensively. Made a bunch of plays for us. And so Kevin and Twaney and Akeem up front, and Tony Lashley was running around, Caden Ellis, and so it was a good overall game.
You guys have been one of the more disciplined teams in the conference as far as penalties. A few were called early on in the game. Do you almost have to adjust to different officiating crews that are calling things differently than other crews?
Yeah, you do, and that's been something we've really taken pride in, that we've limited our penalties, and we had way too many in that game, and that's we can't have that happen again. We got to make sure that you got to adjust, kind of like in basketball. You got to adjust how they're calling the game, and that was something that we need to improve on, and not let that happen this week.
Have you ever seen the sideline warnings called so frequently?
No. I've never seen it called when you're behind the ball either. When the game's going here and you're back here. But if they're going to call it, then we better back up. So that's something we got to adjust to, obviously, also.
With Twain and Kevin at fullback, and giving Twain a couple of carries there for touchdown, but Kevin, like you said, what are you seeing from those guys that you're comfortable enough putting them in those situations?
Well, Kevin played fullback for us a couple years ago. So I just thought we needed a little bit bigger force at times to help us in the running game. And he actually came to me and wanted to get more involved and wanted to play more. And so that was great of him, just being unselfish and wanting to be a team player and do anything he could to help us win. And that's really exactly what he said. And the funny thing is, since he's been playing fullback, he's been making more plays on defense too. So, and then Twaney's just a great athlete, and those 2 touchdowns he made were both, one of them he went down low and got it in, the other one he jumped over the top. So, I think he's a good athlete. So just wanted to give him an opportunity to make plays for us down there. But the 2 of them, are just both really having good senior years, great leaders. Twaney's really the leader of our team. He is the top leader of the whole team. And so I think anytime, it was about 3 weeks ago after a game we weren't real good on short yardage, so I just kind of wanted to get him in that huddle, to be honest with you. Get around those guys, try to help inspire them and get them going on short yardage.
He's kind of made jokes throughout the year about playing offensively. Has that been something you've been lobbying for a few years now? Or
Maybe a little. He always still wants to get a couple snaps at quarterback, where he played in high school. But he's just a great young man and wants to do whatever is best for the team. And but he's helped us. He's helped us definitely in those situations.
Now that teams can turn on the film and see that in the game, is that harder to execute when they maybe know it's coming?
It does. It makes, the surprise element's not there anymore, but they still don't know if he's going to be blocking or carrying it or, or we fake it to him. So there's probably still a great chance that you'll still see him in those situations.
What about Kenny Holmes on the defensive line, the job he's done with that?
Oh, Kenny's done a great job. Kenny is just a great technician. You know, you always see him, whether it's after practice, before practice, during practice. He's really just done a great job of working with those kids on their hands, on their moves. He's a great mentor. You know, he meets with the kids individually a lot, one-on-one, really cares about them on and off the field, and you can't say enough about him. Kenny's done a great job.
For a guy who had that much success in college and went to the NFL and put first round pick then to translate to coaching, is that sometimes you don't always see those?
You don't always see it. Some of the best players sometimes struggle being great coaches, but I think I'm sure he was a great technician himself, and probably one of the biggest things that helps him is he might be as humble a person as you ever meet. You know, for all the success that he's had and as humble as he is really pretty amazing. So I think that really helps him relate with the players and get them to be the best they can be.
This is surprising not to see Austin as one of the 3 Groza finalists.
Yeah, you'd have to show me. You line them all up, and you'd have to show me one guy that's better than him. But that's how things work out.
Any Thanksgiving plans for the team this week?
We'll all eat together. We'll eat together as a team, kind of like we have in the past. That day we'll practice a little bit earlier in the morning. We'll go eat as a whole team, have a good meal together, and then you know, let the guys have a little bit of time off. It's, you know, no school this week, so that's been give us a little more time to meet with them during the week, let them have a lot more study hall hours, catch up on some homework, and I think it's been a good week. You know, I kind of talked to them going into the week that it's kind of like bowl games and really Thanksgiving week. Usually the team with the best character wins. You know, the team that really is going to focus on football, on what they got to get done, be excited about the game, have passion for it. That's usually the, you know, once in a while not. I mean, one team's just way better than the other, but usually the team that's really excited to focus on football and have good character and do things right throughout that week is going to play the best that week.